A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This world of light that people whom are focusing on this mulk and the world of form as if they're practicing some other religion and they're lost in a very external understanding, external pursuit and trivial, it seems almost kindergartenish. Compared to the majestic might of Allah what He has in store for His servants. Requires a humility, requires all of the adab and training which tariqah adab is lost. Tariqah adab is not understood anymore, it's a lost art. All this teaching is for us to learn and apply it in our own lives. So tariqah comes and teaches. Find the one whom is competing in their humility, that they are continuously effacing themselves and telling people they're nothing and that they're weak, they're poor, they're faqir in Allah's way, because they're not talking to you but they're talking to the shaykhs that are facing them, giving them a fayz. That in their association they are absolutely nothing. That looking to them they say, we're nothing, we're nothing, we're nothing. That you shine your light, reflect through me and that reflection to go out to people. But unfortunately the audience is hearing, so, oh he said he's nothing, so let me post pictures of the other one, this is my shaykh. Then you lost the whole point. If not for this one teaching you, lifting you, raising you and presenting you to the presence of those shaykhs, you can't even get to the outside door of that reality. But through them and their wasila they take you to the inner chamber of what they have achieved, and that inner chamber, into the inner chamber what they call the lub, the fruit and the essence of the fruit, where the oil, the reality of it is. Not the outer shell you're stuck on. So with the love of Sayyidina Muhammad what do you get to? The realities and haqqaiqs of La ilaha illallah. So same reality, same teaching is reflecting. When he's saying his shaykhs are great, that he can take you into that heart and into that presence, dress you from its reality, bless you from it, and that their knowledge is a sign, not the book reading, the knowledge that their heart is like a book flowing for you, like a kawthar. Every knowledge that they are giving, these are the qalams of Sayyidina Muhammad. By virtue of their knowledge they change your destiny. How much power Allah gave to their soul. Your destiny was coming to work at Burger King and you knew nothing more than a hamburger and a fries. As soon as you sat with them they taught you 2 kalam and that changed the destiny of your soul. And imagine what their soul grabs you and takes you every night into whose presence. That's why you don't have to keep asking them every 5 minutes, make a du'a for me, make a du'a for me. This is from your nafs and your ego. Their soul knows exactly what to do with you. It's not waiting for you to ask them what to do. Their soul grabs and moves exactly the way that Sayyidina Muhammad wants it to move. So many things are happening behind the scenes and they don't have to talk about it, they don't have to show it, they don't have to show anything of themselves. They have to compete in this filthy world, the ocean of nothingness. The one whom achieves the most nothingness is being given a nukht. Allah helps you by being nothing, by sending people to insult you, betray you, disgrace you. So then you're going backward, the nuqt is coming, nuqt is coming, nuqt is coming. But Mawlana Shaykh was teaching, but when Allah flipped the switch, this nuqt flips on this side and all 124,000 awliyaullah, He carries all their power. And one wali, if given permission, can flip the whole dunya upside down. It's not something big for them. If they see their soul, they see their soul holding this earth, holding this earth. But this dunya is the abode of being nothing. But that's why they're teaching these realities. If you should leave, you lose that reality. And your nafs will take you in many directions until the beating of dunya is good enough and you may come back. And when you come back, then it's even harder to struggle into that reality. So it means this whole teaching is very reflective. Whatever they're teaching, if you're clever, observe, absorb it. The knowledges that are flowing from them should give you a symbol of their reality, that these Muhammadan haqqaiqs are like a fountain coming directly from the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. They are not abundant upon the earth. Don't think there are streams flowing everywhere because that would be cheapening that reality. They're few and far between, and those are Kawthari streams that flow. One drop of its reality, if you were to drink from its reality, the drinking in this reality is to hear, because your soul drinks it, not your mouth. When they talk about drinking from a reality, is your soul takes a knowledge and drinks it.
Are you ever searching for what zikr to recite for a particular need? We bring to you the Muhammadan Way app, an all-encompassing Islamic guide, where you can find special du'as and prayers, as well as comprehensive Islamic teachings. Download this powerful app now on iOS and Android.
Alhamdulillah, from the teaching of awliyaullah, from atiullah, ati-Rasul, ulul amri minkum, that the reality of our qibla and the reality of our salah, the reality of our marifah, that the dunya people, they're fixated on the body, and the body qibla is the holy Kaaba. So you direct the body to the direction of the Kaaba, and to the best of your ability. It's not something that you're firing at where you think it's 2 degrees this way, 3 degrees that way, because that would be nice, and then at the end of the salah you could say, oh sorry everybody, we have to repeat it. Say, why? Because we missed. So that in itself is becoming crazy now. But to put into perspective what's happening is you make the direction of your salah to the holy Kaaba. That body qibla is the direction in which you face your body. That's your Islam, that's the tarbiyah of your Islam. This is the washing of your Islam. When you wash, you're not washing your heart, you're washing your body. Your body is a donkey, your body is going back into the grave, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Those whom fixate on their body, it's for them, they're looking, Allah's looking, the Divine Presence looking, say, look this guy how much he likes his donkey, washing it, cleaning it. The body is the animalistic form, it's the car, the vehicle in which Allah sent you into this dunya. Wash it. Sahabi used who want to be the Salaf, which is a ridiculous statement that they think they're even close to being Salaf. They use the wudu with a cup less than this. How much can you wash your hands, face and feet with a cup of water less than this? Was it about the water then? No, it was symbolic. And they were in a desert filled with dust. You could have become OCD because you would have so much dust on you and say that this cup is not going to work, I'm going to fill it 10 times. So they're giving all these isharats to us. We washed, it was symbolic. And this was the level of our Islam. So don't come overly filthy to your salah, wash this vehicle, wash this physicality to the best of your ability. People are obsessing over their money, their car, their homes, their possessions. These are all body. You disciplined your body, it's locked. You clean the body, it's locked. Now it's under tarbiyah like a trained horse, like a stallion now. But then Allah's giving isharat, but I'm not in heaven and I'm not on earth, I'm on the heart of my believer. The one whom was humble and only told you about La ilaha illallah. But others came to tell you it's actually the reality is reflecting to Muhammadun Rasulullah. That is the believer for Allah. And then Prophet came to Sahabi and began to teach, your faith is to love me more than you love yourself, means now their heart became the house of Allah, in which it manifests the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. So when they stand for salah, they enter into the real Kaaba. The real Kaaba is their qalb, and their qalb is filled with the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. Many of these awliyaullah have seen where Allah did a transplant on them and changed their heart, and their heart is written Rasul Allah. As Sayyidina Jibreel appeared to Prophet opened the heart and washed the heart. They've also been given a washing in which their heart opened and written onto their heart Muhammadun Rasul Allah. And these are ahbab in which their entire being is the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. They enter into that Kaaba. So as soon as the namaz begins, they enter into the qibla of their faith. They want to be in the holy hadith, you will be with whom you love. They establish that their love and their most superior exalted love is the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. So immediately their soul is in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. And they pray with their soul in their heart. So they're doing all the moves that you're doing, but in a reality they're inside their heart, and the qibla of their heart is filled with the reality and the light of Sayyidina Muhammad, and they are accompanying Prophet, where Prophet is always the Imam. And that salah is becoming so much more real. And that's why in the words of your salah you say, As-salamu alayka, but yet you see nothing. But in this maqam al-Iman, when they enter into their heart, they are praying with Sayyidina Muhammad. And when they say, Salaamu alayka ayyuhan Nabi, Prophet is in front and they are giving their salams to Sayyidina Muhammad wa ibadullahi salihin, which are Ashab al-Nabi Ahlul Bayt al-Nabi and all these awliyaullah fi samai wa fil ard are in front of them. This is their qibla.
Rising Sun of the West is an essential spiritual guidebook filled with invaluable knowledge of the soul and the Divine's most powerful guiding light, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. The author guides the student through a comprehensive program of spiritual development and hidden realities of the soul. Available worldwide at Amazon.com.
Prophet taught, we want to go to maqam al-ihsan, in which all your ibadah is if you see Allah. And Allah is describing that, I'm not in heaven and I'm not on earth, but if you're looking for me, I'm in the heart of my believer. So when the qiblat al-Iman becomes so strong, the love becomes so strong that their light is re-entering back into the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. Not just their light is emanating all around Prophet's soul, their light is entering back into the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. Manzil al-Qur'an, in which that location of the qalb, the relocation of the qalb where the qul to the ba, and from that ba, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, all knowledges of Holy Qur'an are emanating like a fountain. They pray there with their soul praying at that fountain. Visualize your dunya like a fountain that always flowing upon their soul. They're praying at the foot of Niagara Falls. So if you imagine one crazy person sitting at Niagara Falls, with that fountain and Niagara Falls will obliterate you, that water so pressure so heavy. This, it enlightens them, showering all these lights and realities upon their soul. And that's the secret of that ba, that's the secret of that qalb. That right there in that heart of Sayyidina Muhammad called the qalb, where Allah's qul, qaful Qur'an and Majeed coming to the lisan. This is a lisan through his qalb. The tongue is actually here, not here. No physical anymore. The tongue of realities is what the heart speaks. So it means that they're in this place of the qul where Allah izzah and might that nobody can contain, and it comes peaceful. Qul ya nar kuni bardan wa salaman, qul ya nar, qul. This nar of Allah, the fire of Allah is entering into the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. And Prophet makes it to be cool and peaceful, and now all creation will begin to manifest. That ba become the doorway to all realities of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and every manifestation is coming because the fire and the heat of Allah's izzah and might hits the coolness of the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad. And as a result becomes peaceful, becomes a creation, becomes the flowing lights of all realities. At that Allah teaching, pray as if you see me. Means Allah then takes the soul into an ascension into the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad where they're entering into that reality. From that reality their salah, in which they witness what Allah wants them to witness, like providing a mirror, a window and a glass to a reality in which they never become one with it, but they become visualize of it. They don't have wahdatul wujood where they become one with Allah, astaghfirullah, but they granted shuhood, wahdatul shuhood. That from the holy heart of Sayyidina Muhammad their soul is witnessing, and to each awliya whatever Allah want to grant of its darajat. So it means then they have a qibla of these haqqaiqs of maqam al-ihsan, and yet people are still coming and moving the carpet like this and like this and like this and like this, and then arguing about the moon and forgetting about the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad. Then we know why difficulty comes upon the earth. Difficulty comes to bring people back to their reality. That you got distracted by the pursuit of your money, your fortune and your fame, the pursuit of everything that dunya was trying to pursue us, and we became zahiri. We became that we want to build a masjid for Allah, because shaitan fools you with noble deeds, not bad deeds. Not for a believer, he doesn't tell him, come on let's open up something bad. But say, why don't you do this noble deed, and you become so external in its pursuit, so preoccupied with its authority and its power, and then you forgot this station of faith and iman. That we were supposed to love Sayyidina Muhammad more than we loved ourselves. And we were supposed to understand this world of light and enter into this world of light, to be dressed by this world of light, and that our Imam, our Sultan, our King is waiting for us in Madinatul Munawwarah, and that everything is happening by His command, by Allah's command to His holy soul, and every isharat has been given to the nation, and this nation not left unattended. We pray that Allah open more and more understanding from this ocean of malakut, and that we operate more from the world of light and understand, leave the external and graduate to the maqam al-iman inshaAllah, from maqam al-iman to maqam al-ihsan inshaAllah. With the nazar of Sayyidina Muhammad and the barakat of awliyaullah flowing through this earth to uplift us from difficulties. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa wasiri Surah al-Fatiha.